Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amy, and I am on a financial freedom journey with my family. I share all about that and more on my channel. And today we're going to be going over our April net worth and goals. All right, so let's get started with our April net worth and goals. I always pull all of these numbers as of the final day of the month for consistency purposes, especially for our net worth. So in April, we were still focusing on our car fund, which we've been working on all year long, which is feeling like a really long goal in general. It feels like it's taking forever. But I'm really grateful that we're able to do this and we're able to save up to pay cash for a SUV. So that's what we're working on. And for April, we were able to put $1,450 towards this goal. We did not put any money towards any of the other goals this month. And that leaves our total in our car fund at the end of April at $7,450. Our goal is $15,000. Now, again, I will say, I don't think I've said it in these videos recently, but we do have more than this saved for this goal. We have a few $1,000s more than this in our car fund already that we started the year with from like some bonus that we had gotten last year and some other savings. So we are a little bit over this, but yes, 15,000 is what we're trying to save up in 2025. And that leaves us at a remaining of 7,550 and 50% to the goal. So we ended April right around halfway through our goal. So that's exciting. We do have 3 other goals that we'd like to work on this year, which is my husband's Roth IRA, my Roth IRA, and our kids' 529 plans. We have not started any of those yet, and we will start working on those as soon as we're done with this larger goal for the year. So total for the year, we have put $7,450 towards our goals. Our goal is $34,000 towards all of these goals. Hopefully we'll be able to meet that. And our remaining is $26,550, and we are 22% of the way to our 2025 financial goals. So at the end of April, we are more than a quarter through the way through the year. So we are behind technically, but for May, we actually do have an extra paycheck month. So we will be able to put more money towards this goal in May. So that should catch us up a little bit, not all the way, but we do have some hopeful additional income coming later in the second half of the year. So hopefully that will help us out at the end of the year to get through some of these goals. Speaking of 529, I wanted to share this because I actually don't share our 529 progress really because we don't track it anywhere separately because we don't count it towards our net worth. So my son, my oldest son, he's turning 11 in August. So he's almost 11 at this point. He just hit 5 figures recently within the last week in his 529. So he's over $10,000. He's like $10,002. But I wanted to share that milestone. I did share it on Instagram as well. So you may have seen a story about that, but just wanted to share that milestone. It's really exciting. We don't and haven't put a ton of money into their 529s up until this point. We're really lucky that some of our family do contribute there for like their birthdays and Christmas, and we try to contribute as much as we can. And also we like anytime they get money for like anything, so birthday, Christmas, that isn't designated towards anything, we just put that into their 529. So the fact that he's been able to amass $10,000 is incredible. I did look at the breakdown because our 529 provider actually gives us a breakdown of what is what is principal and what is contributions. And he has made over $2,000 in just like investment income and interest. So that is really promising because we've only put like a little over $7,000 into that account, and it's gotten over $2,000. I think it was close to like $2,500 or $2,800 in gains. So obviously he's had it for 10 years. It's a long time. The market has gone up over the last 10 years, generally. So it's really exciting to see him reaping the benefits of that. And it feels really good, even though I know that $10,000 isn't going to like pay for his whole college, obviously, but it is a really good head start. So I wanted to share that because it was an exciting update that, we don't share really because we don't keep track of our kids' 529 for like net worth purposes. Anyways, let's move down to our own net worth. So this is as of August 30th. So let's go down to our own net worth now and talk about our own numbers. So these are all as of April 30th. And yeah, it was a wild April. Oh my gosh, I was getting whiplash. I did pull our numbers the very beginning of April, if you guys, were alive in the US back then, you know that like the beginning of April was dismal for the stock market. At one point, our net worth was down over $30,000. I think I pulled it on April 4th, which I think was the lowest day of the stock market this year. And we were down over $30,000. So that was crazy. But somehow magically, the stock market has pretty much recovered. I mean, it's up a lot in the end of April, so very pleased with that. But it was definitely like a long month of just uncertainty and volatility. And at no point did we change what we were doing. We just kept investing. We invest every single week in our 401ks. And we also like invested in our brokerage in the beginning of the month, which was great timing because the market was down. So yeah, we just continued what we're doing. So April was a weird month, but home value, we are leaving at 565. We're not planning on updating that anytime soon. We are good with that number and feel it's a good value for our home. So we're leaving that at 565. Our HSA, we have been paying medical bills out of this year. We do have some of it invested as well. So it did, drop a little bit in the beginning of the month and came back up. But we do hold like about, I would say close to like a third of it in cash, just because we do want to maintain some liquidity with it because we do use it for medical bills. And I have had some medical bills this year. So we have been using it. So it did drop, even though we did put money into it in April, it did drop because we had to pay some bills and things out of it. So our HSA is currently at $11,500. Now, I think we've officially paid off all of our medical bills that we've had for the first part of the year. And we actually have met our deductible already. So I think we're going to be okay for the rest of the year as far as medical. I'm hoping we can like work on building the HSA back up. And hopefully we won't have to use it much for the rest of the year. But yeah, we have met our deductible, but not our out of pocket. So we may still have medical bills, but I'm hoping that they will kind of go down over the rest of the year because we've already had a lot of medical bills for this year. So 11,500 for the HSA, and then retirement and savings. This is basically all of our money. So our emergency fund, sinking funds, current balance of our checking account, my 401k, my husband's 401k, my husband's rollover IRA, and then my Roth IRA and my husband's Roth IRA, and our brokerage. So basically all of our money, all of our cash and retirement savings investments is $380,200, which it did have a pretty decent increase from last month. We ended March, the market ended March down. So we definitely have recovered from some of that. And then also, obviously, we've been investing every single week in our 401ks. So we did pretty well this month. Our assets were back up to $956,700. And as always, our only liability is our mortgage. We do not have any debt. We paid off my student loans. We don't have any car loans. We have no debt other than our mortgage, and our mortgage is currently at $349,900. So that is where we're at for our assets and liabilities. And shifting down to our net worth by month here, we are at $606,800 for the month of April. That is a great increase. Obviously, the last couple of months we've had a decrease, so it's nice to see the green again, although who knows kind of what will bring the rest of the year. I feel like this year has been so crazy already. I don't even know what to expect. But I am very happy that we are back over the $600,000 mark. We did drop below it again in March, and so I'm happy that we're back over that. And for the year so far, we are at an increase of $16,000. Now, obviously, we have kind of backpedaled and then moved forward again. So we'll see. Like I said, I don't even know what the rest of the year is going to bring. I'm kind of nervous to find out. So net worth tracking, we did not have any milestones this month, but we did kind of go back over the 600,000 mark. So happy about that. Will we meet the 700,000 in the year of 2025? Going based off of our tracking and kind of how we have met net worth milestones over the past few years, pattern would tell us that we probably could meet the 700,000 by the end of the year. But with all the volatility in the stock market and all the things that have been happening this year, I have no clue. I'm going to go ahead and hope that we can meet that milestone still in the year of 2025. But, who knows? I try not to really set net worth milestones anymore because we truly have no control over it. And regardless, we are not going to be changing any of our strategy. We will just continue to invest every single week. We'll continue to do what we're going to do. And that's that. So nothing really too exciting happening this month. But again, super pleased that the market did kind of recover at the end of the month, and it's looking a lot better as far as our net worth than we did, the last couple of months. So that is all I have to share with you guys for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below how your net worth is looking this year, what financial goals you're working on. I would love to cheer you on in those comments, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.